So then, of course, we'll have to talk about apologetics. Now, I was saying we read these apologetic books, and it seems like we are in feast mode as far as, if you're an evolution Christian, there's so many books that you can read. If you're a young Earth creationist, there's so many different resources. It seems like we're discovering, dead people once again who seem to spend all their time just responding over months and months and years these theological issues, and we're finally picking up and reading those. Do you see kind of apologetics as being there's too much and noise from culture and we just don't know? Or what I believe, and I don't want to sway your answer here, but I come to this church and I'm able to ask the questions like, are there contradictions in the Bible? What day did Jesus really die on? And there are people, this man next to me, that will give me answers. Or here's 12 books, and I'm looking like I'm back in college again.
You did choose to be good friends with the professor.
Yeah. I noticed his library first, and then I talked to him more.
Yeah. So I think access to information is a blessing. And the resources available are a tremendous blessing. But we have to remember that the truth isn't the only team on the field. And so in an era and a context like we have, in which information is so widely available and so many thousands of resources are available, the difficulty for people is finding reliable and true information in the midst of a sea of all kinds of stuff, right? And so, I think it creates a good comparison with what happened in the Soviet era, right? In the Soviet era, right, looking at it from the spiritual conflict perspective, right? Satan was using a restricted approach, right? He's going to restrict people's access to truth. Restrict people's access to information. There's going to be one channel of information, and that's going to be the communists, right? They're going to control everything from cradle to grave. There's going to be one controlling ideology that is going to be pounded into the minds of people from the time they're born to the time they die. We're in a radically opposite context where it's everything. And so the enemy's approach here is to hide the truth through dilution, right? People are going to be so continually blitzed by every form of religion, ideology, philosophy, pop culture, right? It's just going to be, he's going to keep the fire hose of information blowing past people so much that they can't even distinguish, right, between what's truth, what's error. And so, I think that whereas he tried to, prohibit people from accessing the truth in the Soviet context, the Soviet era, now he's diluting the truth with a ton of error. And that's the confusion of the younger generation, is who to believe and what to believe in a world full of access.
Authority seems to be always a big question.
Yeah.